Okay, here we go. Day two of working on this little graveyard game. I did go ahead and make some of the sprites bigger. I didn't have time to get all of the ones I wanted, but I'll just kind of do that slowly as I continue to work on this. I did get the player ready. The goal, I think, tonight is to finish laying out the scene, um, and adding a player, and depending on how long that all takes, adding a player controller, just a basic WASD control for testing for now. Um, Eventually, I'd like to add controller support for it too. Um, I did I did figure out the way I want to lay this out to the left and the right, but I think I need to bring everything down. To start, I'm just gonna finish out laying the fences, and I can move things from there. Um, I am going to have to figure out all the Z layers because right now things are a little wonky. Well, not wonky, they just continue increasing as you add objects. Like this is Z order 16, and it can get pretty unwieldy pretty quick. Um, so after I get everything laid out, I'll be getting things on the Z order I want them to be. And since I am sizing up my graphics, I do want the player to kind of be able to go around here, so I'll probably have to do some Z sorting at that point. Uh, but that's a ways off for that. Um, so yeah, I have two spaces up here and four spaces down here, so just gonna go ahead and move everything down one. So yeah, I plan to stream for about the next hour, maybe a little more, depending on how things go. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So yeah, that's we got three equal bring that in I bring it in on each one. I would leave less combat areas though, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Gonna add in a couple small trees here. Kind of like dead hedges to block that area. I'm gonna need some obstacles kind of out and about. These objects will probably, well, might get moved depending on game testing. And it's a little symmetrical around the sides. I'm gonna leave it for now, but I don't really like that. It works for now though. Okay, is that a preview here? Alright, so I still have to center everything. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. Add an event. Oh, where's that beginning of the scene? Right there. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. So X is left and right. And 6, not 15, 16. That should work. I'm just gonna check this quick. Yeah, that works. Then change the Y position. I want 16 that way too. Yeah, maybe a little more. That's 8 or 32. No, I think that's right. Not gonna want these big trees down on the bottom. No, one more over here. Balance it out just a little bit. All right. I can probably move these trees a little closer, but I got them snapped to the grid for now, so that's all right. I think I'm doing the path on layer 2. Excuse me. Nope. Just not for that one. center. Oh. See how that looks. It's an alright play area. Looks like I'll need, well, I don't know. I'll see. I was thinking of adding another tone of grass in there, maybe add some dark patches and whatnot. But I'll think about that. It depends on how busy it gets. You know, you can do a lot of things and end up making it look too busy. I was going for simple graphics with this um, asset pack in the first place. Okay, so we kind of got set up there. We'll get the player brought in here. Okay. No. Suppose I want those animations looped. Um, they're gonna be really fast, but I'm just gonna kind of work with that for now. We'll start our player off there. Change this to Z of 4. Oh, and the player will probably be on the Z. Oh, he's just gonna walk over everything. Then another preview. Yeah, that's a little low. And he's zooming. I think I could get away with 0.25. I can't remember what speed is a good speed for that. Oh, that's pretty good animation speed. Okay. So... Event group. So it's really good to keep everything organized as you're going. Things can get messy really fast, and it's good to, you know, separate things. Um, you can break things into like behaviors for different characters. That's a little more advanced, and for the moment, I'm not gonna dig into it. So all the different monsters and stuff, they're custom behaviors and stuff will be in here. Anything that I don't load in for things just to be quicker, like health bars or certain movement behaviors. Uh, so we'll just start with pressed. And I'm not gonna be using physics. I mean, I could use physics for some actions. It gets a little more complicated. I think for now I'm not going to use physics. So, yeah, because I could do that. But, so I'm going to grab the player. Y position. Add 1 for now. Actually, I want that to be subtract. So that's up. That should get our player moving around. It's not going to do anything for the animations yet. Yep. And he walks over everything. It's a little slow. And the downfall of this is that you can technically move faster at an angle. But I'll have to fix that later. Just trying to get a basic thing set up, and everything will be tuned in later. Still feels sluggish sometimes. I don't know if that's my computer or he'll go faster and then he'll go slower. There really shouldn't be much for computer lag at this moment. even streaming, I'm not using that much of the power of my laptop. So, oh well. Well, he's moving. Okay. So, now that he's moving, I have to change the animation. And since I don't have a different left and right animation, I'm going to have to create a Boolean. And I'm going to put that right on the character. So in the player variables, add variable Boolean. We'll call this, because the original one is facing left, we'll call this facing left. Okay, I need some water. Okie dokie. Save what I got so far. I care about the X positions right now. Or actually, these are easy. And this is wonky. I got four-way run set up, so if you're pressing both of them, there is no angled run. So it kind of goes to the last button press. I think, actually, with this style of game, I might just disable being able to press two buttons at once. Which might get a little wonky on a controller. I'll have to test that. So object. Space up, I believe. Side. Face down. Face side. Oh, wrong one. Okay, that's right. Well, that's wrong right there. Graphics aren't aligned right. every once in a while, feels like it lags out, which has me a little worried because there's pretty much nothing. Alright, so we're going to add another condition. Um, I think that's what I want to go. No key is pressed. No, that won't work. Will it work? No, I don't think so. Yeah, because as soon as you press the key, that key's pressed. Okay, I'm just gonna do this quick and dirty. This probably isn't the best way to do it, but it works for now. And I say it works for now like I'm gonna come back to it. I probably won't. Um, just the quickest way I could think of doing this because I don't want to get caught up in it. Okay. Well, you should only be able to go one direction at a time. No. Well, it stops you if you hit another button. So still not quite what I'm going for. But I'll revisit that in a bit. Hmm. I'll have to look up why it's lagging on movement. That's something I really don't like. So this isn't gonna stay. Should have known that was gonna happen. But I'll get back to that at another point. Okay, so back to the entitle and the scene. So I actually want to check out. There's a few things I want to see. Um, see if they'll work. I'm not entirely sure the wisp is going to work for one. Um, I'll drop one of those into the scene. Get a bat in there. Forgot if I did. No, I did. Right there. Alright. This guy set up too. Hey. So the one thing I want to check and see what I like better is I've added a white outline around potion. Oh, and I'm gonna add a new object here. So since I've upscaled the oh, why did it add in all its new animations? Yes, cancel that. Alright, go there. Right, go there. Just kind of want to see what I like better. Yeah. That is a little hard to read. I have a darker version that looks more like a thing, but I do kind of like that. I know it's gonna do absolutely nothing to like the skeleton. I wonder if I could add a black outline to the skeleton. But it does make it pop a little bit. I'll play around with it. If I don't like it, it's just, what, a day of lost work? Alright, well, that only took half an hour. So, alright. Gonna set up the layers, which is a whole lot of not fun. So I have the bottom layer, which is 1. Scenery, or the path layer, which will be 2. Should be quick to do here. Oh. This is actually going to be like layer 6. Um, and that's because it's up higher, and I want effects that end up behind it to be behind it. I want the effects, so I need a character layer. It's going to be layer 3. So all these characters are going to go to layer 3. Actually, 4, because I need an item layer too. Well, I could. No. No. They need to be 4. Layer 3. So I got the background layer, I have the path layer, which is another scenery layer. Um, this can go in layer 2. Then I have the item layer, character layer, then an overlay layer. These layers will get spread out, um, basically depending. They have a built-in Z sorting thing. I haven't played with it. I might give it a go, but this is a pretty small map. Basically, as you get higher, you would increase in your Z layer, and because I'm only going to break it down to about halfway through the gravestones and about halfway through the trees that you can pass through them, I would only need to basically double the amount of Z layers from top to bottom. So each time you meet a new section, uh, you would go up in Z layers. Something like I write it. I would have to write it down on paper, but there's not as many Z layers, and I don't need a new Z layer for every single X value, really. And it would help keep things easier because the next thing I'm going to do, these are all 6, I think, because I copied them all, and that's good for them. The next thing I'm gonna do after I preview this quick here. Oh, missed one. Logging right under the ground. Missed a couple. Yeah, and that's why Z layer's important. I need to walk in front of them here, but behind them here. So there will need to be some Z sorting. It's 2. All right. Oh, got those wrong. Z order 3. Oh. Yeah, that's one goofy thing about this editor. If you have anything over them on the Z order, uh, you can't select them. If you're building a really complex game, this it does get to be tedious. All right. Well, that's pretty good so far. Um, Now I'm gonna set the mood with I know gameplay is important, but okay, so we have Y672. That's the lower layer. Alright. So I'm going to make another event group. Oh, make that in there. Yeah. And move this up. It's going to be fog. Or actually, I'm just going to make this all. Oh, I don't want this to be the entire effects layer. Call it scene effects. Because I know there's, if this pans out the way I want it, there's some more effects towards the end of the game. But early on, I'm not going to mess with that. So, add an event, another scene. We're going to create a spawn fog. Every, I don't know, let's say 0.75. No. Beginning the scene. Path, random integer, 20, now 720 minus 32. Let's just go 720 for now. Y position. Nope. 12. 8. Plus 16, so 96. Well, let's just make that an even 13. All right. No. I actually want to be in here. Oh, they don't have the always variable anymore. I think it's just understood. Capacity 0 to 225. Let's try 100 and see how that works. I can't remember how long the fog is. So, add another condition. I want to delete it if it's off the screen. Okay. And we want to delete it, so it's just not sat in memory. Okay. See how that looks. Nothing's happening. So just to make sure, I'm going to set the Z order. I'm going to set it to something like 15, just arbitrarily. I should be getting one fog because I haven't reset the timer yet. But I'm not seeing any. Hmm. Oh, because I'm placing them all. No? Left to right. Let me check. This is 1280, 720. Just gonna change the Y position to 600, just so I can see if something spawns in. Start spawn fog is greater than 0.75 seconds. Create the object. Oh, there it is. Okay. Just want to trigger that once and paste that. So they should be. Oh, yeah, I got my X and Y's messed up. That's why it wasn't showing up. I think. There we go. Make sure it's on top of everything because I still have some stuff really kind of all over the place. And we're going to slow it down. And we're going to speed up the spawn rate for a second. See how that looks. Looks good, but my computer doesn't like it. And it's a bit distracting. Alright, 0.60, kind of somewhere in between. Well, while I'm getting a few leg spikes, it's not so bad. No, still don't have that one fixed. And I can probably do this as probably a better way to do this, and I'll look into that too. Um, for now, that's gonna work. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna be calling it here. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to be working on the Z sorting issue. So all the graphical stuff is kind of taken care of before I get to gameplay. I'm just kind of trying to take this slow a little bit at a time. Um, oh, I can spawn my spawn. That is still a little distracting. Uh, but anyway, I'll work on it and keep working on it and see how it goes. If you did take the time to watch, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful evening.